Hello again, and today I have Matthias from Computer Specialists in downtown Alexandria, and he came over to talk about the new Microsoft, they call it a Surface, the Microsoft Surface, and actually it's like a tablet, but it's almost like a laptop too. So welcome, Matthias. Thanks for coming over, and I'll ask you some questions about this. It's really a cool device. The keyboard is really thin. It's almost like a sheet of paper or cardboard. But anyway, let's start. Let's talk first about basically what this thing is, if you want.
Well, it is a tablet. It's a tablet computer. But the nice thing this actually excels in is the fact that it can actually have more than just your games and fun playing stuff, which most tablets are kind of designed for. This can be used as doing actual work with. You can play with it too. But anyways, this tablet here, it does come with a keyboard on there. It has a touchpad if you want to use the mouse on it. This keyboard actually dubs as a screen cover, closes up, fits nice on the screen there. With this tablet, it also comes with a USB port and a micro HDMI slot, so you can put on a TV if you want. Your AC adapter where it charges at. Volume control and headphone microphone combination. Also has front and rear facing cameras on there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, what about the some of the I guess I was doing some research on it, and I saw them talk about heat buildup being a concern. I think they've addressed that though. And the reason is because everything is squished into such a small, thin area, and you still need processing power.
Correct.
But how is it with the heat?
It's great. It's a lot better. They have addressed that quite a bit. As technology keeps growing and growing, they compress it smaller and smaller, and you do get heat buildup. But with tablets now, I mean, it's great. It stays very cool. One thing they did to fix that actually is that they make it so the heat actually transfers to the back here, and it kind of diffuses through that. But it doesn't actually get that warm. It stays pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. And I've read that the battery life is about 10 hours. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, it depends on how you use it. If you're doing basic browsing and stuff, it will last quite a bit longer than if you're watching a movie where there's a lot of action going on the screen and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it's probably comparable to an iPad, I would imagine.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And then speaking of iPads, you know, people would like to know, I'm sure, why would you buy this instead of an iPad or versus one of the other tablets that are out there? Mm-hmm. Pricing, of course, is one thing that you base the decision on. But what some of the differences between this and an iPad, for example? Okay.
Well, with this computer here, or this tablet, this actually comes with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote, which is a great feat compared to other ones, such as the iPad or an Android system. They don't really have any word processing power, and that limits you to not really getting any real work done with them. Sure, the other ones can check email and they can browse the web, but this actually allows you to process Word documents and do all the other features as well. And if you like fun and games, it does have a Microsoft Store, which you can, there's free apps and purchasable apps that you can download from there as well.
Yeah, okay, great. So I could see well, anybody could, what's the market for it? I guess I'll just ask that question.
Well, the market, it's pretty wide. Really, I could see it benefiting anybody. The only downfall, if you're doing any really heavy-duty work, such as processing video, such as editing it or Photoshop, that kind of thing that needs a lot of processing power, this would not be the right unit for you. But if you're browsing the web, you're checking email, maybe doing word processing documents, viewing pictures on all the basic things what most people use a computer for, this is a great unit for them.
Yeah, I could see as a for a high school student or a college student that would do probably most of what they would need, and it's so handy and small and easy to carry around.
Correct. Yep, it folds up, it's small, you can throw it inside of your backpack or your bag, or takes up very little room.
Very slick. A little more than a cell phone, but you know, you can actually type on this. That's
Yep.
that's great.
Yep.
And a nice screen so you can see stuff on it. You know, cell phones get a little bit small for some things,
Correct.
but even though they're convenient. So this thing came out, I think you said January of this year,
Correct.
2013.
Yep, beginning of this year.
Yeah, and there's, I think there's 2 models. Is that right?
There is 2 models. This here is the Windows RT version. The difference between this one and the other model, which is the Pro, this model limits you. This comes with the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote, which are installed programs that it comes with. However, on this model you can't actually install other full PC programs. So it limits you to just those ones, and you can download anything from the App Store. That's all open for you. However, with the Pro series, you get a solid-state hard drive in there. You get an i5 processor, which is significantly faster, and you can actually install all of your own applications on there. So if you have applications that are on your home computer, you can actually install them on that one, whereas this one you cannot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's kind of a unique thing these days. You know, the tablets, with most of the tablets out there, you know, you can't do some of those things with the applications.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're going to have another model coming out in 2014, so we'll see what that brings.
Yep.
And what kind of improvements that brings. Let's see. Did I forget anything that you can think of? Is there anything more?
Well, the pricing on this model here, which is the Windows RT version, this one is $599, which is great. I mean, it's about the same price as a typical computer. It's much smaller and it's convenient, portable. The Pro version is $1199, but with that you get like I said, a solid-state hard drive, which speeds it up significantly. You get a much faster processor, an i5 processor, which is very fast. I mean, a lot of nicer laptops are i5 processors. So it's really nice. The higher end model is, if you do a lot of work with it, it's definitely a good buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get away from the old hard drives that have moving parts, because this is all solid state.
Yep, these are all solid
So
state.
and 128 gig of memory, I believe.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good amount of memory.
Correct.
So.
And they do have expandable storage as well. You can put a micro SD card in here, right in the slot, and that micro SD card, you can, I believe it's up to 32 gig micro SD card you put in there. So it adds extended storage if you like.
Yeah. Wow, that's great.
So.
Well, great. Thanks so much, Matthias, for coming down from Computer Specialists in Alexandria, and we appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
No problem.